me. How can you stop?
This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The World Series on MLB.The Show coming up. It's the Houston Astros and the San Diego Padres. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Siggy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started. Field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll here. Getting the nod in this one, Yu Darvish. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, this guy's got sort of a tweener. Not quite a slider velocity and not as slow as a curve. It's in between, and he adds and subtracts velocity on it, which makes it harder for the hitters to really get that front foot down and have the timing they need to be successful.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. And here it comes. Fastball for a strike. So we're off and running in Game 1. Right side, hard hit. Cronenworth throws on to first. One out in the top of the first. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Yordan Alvarez in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. That's a base hit.
Everything came together for him. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
Here's Kyle Tucker. And that's a strike. So now here's Kyle Tucker. Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player. And the right-hander deals. Tucker hits for power. He's got 30 homer power, but the strikeout rate is under 20%. Alvarez leads off first with one away. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. At the belt and fires. Struck him, outlooked him.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in Game 1 of the World Series.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And another ball.
Well, everyone wants to get off to a great start in the series, so if you can get on the board first, take a lead, you put some of that subtle pressure on the other team.
2 on, 2 outs. That one a little bit high, and that's ball 3. Jeremy Pena waiting for a turn at the plate. Strike 1. In the air, right field. Tatis drifts towards it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 2 left for the Astros, and now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. You're watching the World Series on the show. And we're back. And on the hill, Framber Valdez. How about a report on him, Chris?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
We go to the bottom of the first. Now it's the DH, Luis Arias. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Slap the other way, foul.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
In the air to left center. That one gets down for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. That one ripped, and no one can get there. Arrives. Ground second on his way to third. Headed for the plate. Throws high and over his head.
Barker puts the drive, stayed short with his back path to the ball and put out front, and he stayed low in his follow through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. Base hit center field. The throw in. But it's offline. It's 2-0.
Didn't take long to get a result with that at bat. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field.
Here's Manny Machado. And that one is lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 away. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singing.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand. Waste no time there. I can watch base hits like that all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. The pitch. Here's Bogarts driving one in the air, deep left field. And that ball is gone. So he goes yard to left. And they add to the lead. It's 5-zip.
Shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
Base is empty, one away. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. And first offering is fouled off. Valdez, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. Back up the middle and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. And he can't get back to first in time as the big turn costs him. Here's Donovan Solano. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That one hit to right. Tucker pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that ends the inning. But not before 5 cross the plate. With the big blow being this 3-run homer. And the lead is now 5-0. This is the World Series on the show. Back here at Petco Park. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jeremy Pena.
Pena, one of the rare players from Rhode Island to be drafted by a major league team, Boog. His high school coach, who's been around the game nearly 40 years, calls Pena the best fielder he's ever seen.
Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. Bounce to the right side. Cronenworth throws on to first. One out in the second.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boo, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
And a foul ball. The Padres leading by 5 here in Game 1. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Out number 2.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Jake Myers at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. That misses the zone, and it's 1-1. That's to third. Machado slings it across, and the Astros put down in order. Nothing doing there for Houston. It's 5-0. Bottom of the second. Stepping in for San Diego, Kyle Higashioka. Well, it's pretty clear that he was frustrated, and even he admitted as much with his performance in their last series, but now a chance to hit the reset button.
That's one of the things he's going to have to get used to. Being the superstar player in this lineup, they are going to pitch you very tough, and you make the adjustment, you can have success. I think he'll have it in this one.
Throws to first in time, and quickly one away in the second. So the batting order turns over, and the batter now, Luis Arias. This to center field, and it falls. So a man aboard now with one away.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already is Matt stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. A gigantic blast. And they add a couple more. It's 7-0. We'll see a change on the mound. Robert Valdez won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Ronel Blanco gets the ball now.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So 1 out, nobody on. Next for the Padres, Jurickson Profar. This one smoked on its way out of here. They go back to back, and they tack one on the board. It's 8-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Here's Machado. Fly to left his first time. And a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
The 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Lance McCullers Jr. up and throwing. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Sets him down on strikes. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3.
Well, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but it certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Two outs. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double. And his second hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Xander Bogaerts. He's already homered here in this one. Uh-oh, and he broke early for third. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now an 8-0 game. Top half of the third inning. Here's Jason Hayward.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Hauls it in for the out.
The batter, the second baseman.
Back to the top of the lineup. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Grounded out his first time.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became a fan.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. He brought it back.
Grabs a potential solo shot right there. That'll fire your team off, but even more so the player. I'm excited to see how they respond.
Two outs, base is empty. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And 1-2. The Padres up big in this one. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Astros are down quietly, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now here's Sander Bogarts now. Blanco back to work. Lifted to left center. Way back there. Third homer. His second home run of the game. And they add a run. It's 9-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it, then circled the bases.
Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. It's in and out of his glove. But the throw to first gets him easily, and that's the first out.
Fastball right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Donovan Solano, the next up for the Padres. Slide to right his first time. That's hard hit on the line. Makes the catch for the out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And first frame so far here in the last half of the third. That's in for a strike at 95, and it's 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. That's the third out. Inning over. The Padres get one in the inning with a solo blast. It's now 9-0. Game 1 of the World Series. Now here is Kyle Tucker. Why to kick the pitch. Check swing, now an appeal to third, and he held up. And that one fouled off.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in game one. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
And a liner out into right center for a base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now it's Alex Bregman. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, a former teammate.
The Padres up big in this one. Top half of inning number 4. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Diaz batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. On the ground, could be 2. On a Cronenworth. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Padres 9 and the Astros nothing. Back here in San Diego, bottom of the 4th, Luis Arraez stands in. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. That one ripped right center field. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Around second now, going for 3. Tries to get back and save.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. Stayed balanced and scored the night about as well as you could possibly ask.
So, man aboard, Fernando Tatis Jr., the next up for the Padres. He's already homered in this game. Ripped to third and caught.
Sweet grab right there. That's the DRS for you, buddy. Defensive run saved. Very athletic. Really good reactions. Nice job of saving that run.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. That one is absolutely belted. It bangs off the wall. The run comes in from second. It's 10-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder.
Here's Manny Machado now. Now this is in the air down the line. And that's a foul ball. Right-handed reliever. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Get out of town. And they add to their lead. It's 12-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
Contact and a home run that got out of here in a hurry, Singy. How about some exit velocity?
Yeah, really impressive, dude. StatCast had that one at 115 off the bat, and Clearly enough to carry it over the wall. He hit it right out.
The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Lance McCullers Jr. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. And first offering is fouled off. McCullers, a former All-Star, 30 years old now, a former first-round pick back in 2012. Right-hander kicks, deals. Now a screamer into the outfield. Tucker settles under it and makes the catch. 2 down.
Up next,
2 outs, base is empty. Now Xander Bogaerts gets a chance to hit. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that keeps the inning going.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Now it's going to be Jake Cronenworth. And there's a fly ball deep right field. It's a ball. Second home run of the inning for him. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 14-0.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and
there's a strike. McCullers winds, fires right through. Righty deals right through there. Got him. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. And we're back, ready now for the 5th inning. Now at the plate, Jeremy Pena.
Pena replaced the great Carlos Correa as the Astros starting shortstop, and he's proven to be more than capable at the big league level, Boog. Instant impact guy. He's the only positional player to be named World Series MVP as a rookie in the history of baseball. Well, these Astros just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for him to get anything going.
A wind and a pitch. Off the mark there. Yeah, that's ball 2.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Kicks and fires. And that one is in for a strike. This one in the air, center field. Merrill under this one. And out number 1 on the grab. And here's the first baseman.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And there's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Swings through that.
No, that's that slurve right there.
Oh,
He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
2 down, nobody on. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
He's down on strikes, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So they've been helped. Back here at Petco Park, John Shambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Kyle Higashioka. McCullers back to work. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Padres putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
The punch out there, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Wow, short work to send it back in to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. And a foul ball. Liner snagged at first.
Yikes, that ball was scorched. An absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. A massive home run. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. It's 15-0. Singing, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Spencer Arrighetti.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
2 outs, nobody on. Profar climbs in on that left side. Hit in the air, center field. On the move. And makes the play, and that's out number 3.
Hotline blinking, hotline ringing. Why they keep calling me? I don't judge, but your fake case closed, and I ain't got a law degree.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now Jason Hayward. And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and deals. Fastball for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Calls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the Astros.
Now it's the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Altuve officially joined the 2,000 hit club in 2023 with every career hit as a Houston Astro. Third player in club history with 2,000 hits and 200 home runs. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, those are the two others, and that's some great company, Boo.
Merrill racing over to make the catch.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Swung on, belted. And that gets down in the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
And now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. There's a swing and a drive. Back, gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 15-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
That was quite the home run, Siggy, as we take it in again with StatCast. 114 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, and plenty of distance, too. I mean, with that kind of exit velo, if you can get it up in the air with good backspin, it's going to be a tape measure shot.
Here's Alex Bregman, 1 for 2. That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1.
No question about this one. It's out of here. Another one. Back-to-back homers. It's 15-3.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Base is empty with 2 away. And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. This one high in the air to left center. Merrill sizes this one up, makes the play, and it's out number 3.
They call it comma, comma, comma. Oh, they call it comma, comma, comma. Oh, they call it comma, comma, comma. Oh, they call it comma, 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 comma.
Well, we go bottom 6. Manny Machado up to the plate. Game 1 of the World Series here tonight, and all he's hoping is that the success that he's had in the first couple of rounds continues.
The great thing, you're here in the World Series. Now just try to have fun.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 16-3.
First pitch Everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. And that's outside. Ball one. Nobody on, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Liner caught at second.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
And here comes Xander Bogaerts. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
There's a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Bogaerts retired. 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Fastball for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And that's in there at the knees.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Left field. Hayward sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the inning. Top of inning number 7. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena.
This is exactly how the home team dreamed they would start this series, Boog. They're winning. They still have their starter out there, and the bullpen is getting rest. You can't ask for much more out of game 1.
Base knock center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Now a chance for and a bunt towards third. Tosses to first. No hit here on the bunt attempt. They get the out.
Well, there it looked like the batter was trying to bunt for a base hit, and as he got thrown out, the runner advanced. So he's going to get credit with the sac bunt. You know, there's this red-headed announcer that I work with sometimes that gets really angry when that happens.
And first offering is fouled off. The Padres up big in this one here in the late stages of game 1. Foul ball.
Just to pour it back.
And next to hit for Houston, Jason Hayward. And first offering is fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. here in San Diego, bottom of the 7th. And now the first baseman, Donovan Solano. And the pitch. And a foul ball. Eric Getty, in his rookie season, he features a four-seam fastball, a slurve, a curve, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. Out to center, and that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's the catcher to hit, Kyle Higashioka. And a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Once in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Now, Luis Arias. Out front with the swing, and that is strike one. Solano over at second. Higashioka on at first with nobody out. Tapped out front of the plate. And that one handled in plenty of time to first. And one away in the bottom of the 7th. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Now 1-1. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Myers under it. Makes the catch. Runner tags for home. He's in on the second line, and the lead continues to grow. Digging in is the switch-hitting outfielder, Jurickson Profar.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Here's a rocket out to left. Hayward makes the catch, and that'll do it. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. 8th inning coming up. Padres lead it 17-3. Back here at Petco Park. And now here is Jose Altuve. Darvish back to work. And that one hammered. Merrill going back. And caught on the warning track.
Man, he hammered that one to center. I thought it was out of here, but wind just absolutely killed him.
Here's Jordan Alvarez. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what.
That one hammered center field back there. Tattooed and gone. A soaring shot to center. It's 17-4.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Stepping in, Kyle Tucker. And first offering is fouled off.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Line drive. And Tucker is retired. 2 away.
Now back. Third baseman, Alex.
And now it's Alex Bregman. Hard hit, left field, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Runner at first with 2 away. Yainer Diaz now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. There's a strike. One run across in the frame so far, and we're in the top of the 8th. Strike 2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
He goes down looking. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now Machado up here. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. There's the strike up high. 0-1.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect to be in the All-Star game and have a gold glove, if not a platinum glove. Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Next to hit, Jackson Merrill. And first offering is fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. And he grounds one back up the middle. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind.
Back to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. Around third. 1 run is in. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. Hit hard, should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Here comes Bogarts around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and they extend their lead.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but he'll take that swing and that result every time.
Stepping in for San Diego, Donovan Solano. Swinging a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Around third. He'll score, and the lead continues to grow.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. You often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Into the outfield, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, cut out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on.
Left-hand hitter waits. Swinging a foul straight back.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Pena takes it himself for 1. On to first, double play. Next to hit, Fernando Tatis Jr. That one fouled off. And it's fouled away.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player you want to look at.
And a swing and a miss. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jeremiah Estrada.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him. So he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Pena now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
He's 2 outs away. And here's the first baseman, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Whips it to first on the run. They handle the bunt and get the out. So they're down to their final out. So next up for Houston, Jake Myers.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
And here it comes. Puts a bunt down, and he grabs it in foul ground. The Astros down to their final strike. And that'll do it.
I don't know what they did in the cage day or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another W.
Again, why streaming?
For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show.
Bro.